Hello everyone. Today I'm going to read a wonderful book with you all, and the name of the book is Dive. Author Rajiv Ippi, illustrator Rajiv Ippi, publisher Pratham Books. A level 3 story. Now let's dive deep into the big sea and find out the underwater world life. And at the end of the story, you will find some amazing facts and knowledge about the various different animals that exist and we do not know. And you will get to know more about the underwater life. So let's get started with the story. Are you ready, children? Okay. Blue skies and calm waters, a perfect day for diving. We set out in a little boat, hoping for a big adventure. When we reached the dive site, we carefully checked all our equipment and put on our fins and masks. So are you ready to dive? Let's dive now. As soon as we were underwater, we were greeted by a school of yellowback fusiliers. There were so many different creatures to see around this large table coral, oriental sweet lips, parrotfish, pipefish, and even a beautifully patterned nudibranch. This trumpetfish changed color to try and blend in with the school of yellow tang, but you can pick him out easily enough, can't you? Yes, I can figure out. It's a good thing we kept a safe distance from this lionfish. Oh my god. The spines on his back can be quite poisonous. Do you know that? These clownfish carefully guarded their sea anemone home but finally agreed to let me take a few pictures. So beautiful. We saw a honeycomb moray eel having its teeth cleaned by cleaner wrasses. Just look at it. And another pair even offered to give us a scrub. Isn't it amazing? There were triggerfish and sea urchins. We even saw a coral grouper and a reef octopus playing hide and seek. The octopus won the game. They are masters of disguise. Pipefish are great at disguise too. Can you spot the two ghost pipefish in this picture? We came across a couple of white-tip reef sharks resting near the bottom. They are pretty harmless, so we swam in for a closer look. We followed this Hawksbill Turtle for a while as he looked around the reef for a nice sea sponge to lunch on. As we made our way back to the boat, we were thrilled to see a Manta Ray flying through the water with two remora fish in tow. And just when we thought this dive couldn't possibly get any better, we sighted a Dewgong grazing on some sea grass. Can you see this creature? It's a Dewgong. What an incredible experience! I can't wait to go diving again. So I hope you also had an incredible experience. Now, as I said earlier, I'm going to tell you about various things about these creatures. Number 1 is corals. Corals are both plants and animals. Thousands of little algae live inside corals and give them energy to grow. They have hard outer skeletons and grow into many different shapes, as you can see in the picture. Number 2 is plankton. Plankton is the main source of food for many sea creatures. They are a mix of algae, bacteria, tiny animals, and the eggs, and larvae of larger animals that float about with the ocean currents. Number 3 is feather stars. Feather stars may look like plants, but they are really animals. They use their feather-like arms to catch and eat bits of floating plankton. Parrotfish. Parrotfish have strong teeth that form a parrot-like beak, which they use to scrape algae off hard coral. Some species don't mind eating bits of coral as well, and they later poop out a fine sand that washes up on land to form beautiful white beaches. Next is clownfish and sea anemones. Live together and help each other. The clownfish help the anemones by cleaning their tentacles and luring other fish for the anemone to eat. The anemones in turn allow the clownfish to hide among their poisonous tentacles without stinging them. Next is cleaner wrasses. Cleaner wrasses are small fish that keep bigger fish clean by feeding on their parasites and dead skin. The bigger fish recognize the wrasses by their colors and the dance-like way they move. Then comes the reef octopus. The reef octopus can hide by changing its color and texture. It makes its home in holes in the reef and buries itself in the sand. Ghost pipefish. Ghost pipefish can be found in pairs, floating with their heads down and hidden among seagrass, corals, or feather stars. Like the reef octopus, they can change color to blend in perfectly. Next is the white-tip reef shark. The white-tip reef shark has a thin body, broad head, and white tips on its dorsal and tail fin. They hunt at night and sleep through most of the day. The Hawksbill Turtle. The Hawksbill Turtle has a flat body, a shell with jagged edges, and a sharp curving mouth that looks like a hawk's beak. Manta Rays. Manta Rays are huge fish with wing-like fins on the sides of their bodies. These large fins help them swim gracefully through the water. On some Manta Rays, the distance from one wing tip to the other can reach up to 23 feet. So they are quite wide. The dewgong. The dewgong is a vegetarian marine mammal. Its favorite food is sea grass, which it is able to graze on its specifically shaped snout. Dugongs are also called sea cows. Aren't these facts amazing? I hope, children, you've got to know a lot of things about these sea animals and you've got to dive deep into the underwater world. Thank you, children. I hope you liked this story. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel.